Yeah. Lil Brunson back at you with the back at you, and I am the best reporting on the Eagles. Listen, man, Bleacher Report is right. You know what I mean? Bleacher Report is right. Like I've been saying for the longest, man. A lot of people don't see it this way about me because, the Eagles have had a lot of success. But, they're right. The running back situation for the Philadelphia Eagles is a bit of a mess. Now, shout out to Miles Sanders. He's very vocal about saying that he wants to have an MVP type season. Miles Sanders is saying that he wants to, take it to the next level, and this is why we drafted him. But, in all honesty, in all fairness, you got to understand that you can't just put this type of wear and tear on a guy like Miles Sanders. He's not a small back, but he's not the biggest back in the world. He's more of an elusive, shifty type of guy. You know what I'm saying? We need to pair Miles Sanders with a power back. Everybody's talking about Leonard Fournette. Everybody's talking about this, that, and the third. But Bleacher Report got the Philadelphia Eagles as the 30th ranked rushing attack or running back duo in the National Football League. Now, I think the list will be different if they had the if they ranked the starting running backs. We would definitely be above 30 because Miles Sanders is probably like a top 15 guy right now. I'm not going to say he's a top 10 guy yet, but he's like a top 12 guy in running back situations as far as the NFL goes for RB1s. You know what I mean? But when you talk about the RB1 position in the NFL, those dudes are paired with some good guys that help them when they need a breather. Miles Sanders doesn't have that. So Bleacher Report got Miles Sanders paired up with Corey Clement, who barely played last year. You know what I mean? The Robin to Miles Sanders Batman was really Boston Scott when it came down to it. I think, like I said this before and I'll say it again, I feel like the Philadelphia Eagles have made a mistake by not bringing back Jordan Howard. I don't know if it has something to do with comp picks. A lot of people are saying that, that if Jordan Howard didn't reach certain goals and incentives, that we would get a comp pick, so it would kind of work out in our favor if he didn't do as good as he was supposed to do or something like that. But I don't see it like that. I think the Philadelphia Eagles should have brung in Jordan Howard because that's what wins championships. Play like that is what wins championships. Listen, when you got a top 5 offensive line, and the Philadelphia Eagles do got a top 5 offensive line, Kelsey, Brooks, Lane, come on, Andre Dillard could come in there and step up. You know what I mean? You never know what can happen, but that's a top 5 offensive line. If Dillard could be half as good as Jason Peters minus the false starts and stuff like that. But when you got an aging offensive line and you got the same head coach who knows what worked for that offensive line, our offensive line want to get out and hit people. They want to get out and be aggressive and hit people. The Philadelphia Eagles know what that offensive line can do when you put power backs behind it. We've had the Jay Ajayi's of the world. You see what I'm saying? We've had the LeGarrette Blunts. You know what I'm saying? We've had that type of stuff, man, in the past. And the offensive line was able to create holes for some guys that just run straight downhill. You know what I'm saying? Our offensive line really don't do well with creating holes with these scat backs and making these dudes run to the outside much. We can, but guys got to be able to hit the hole with effectiveness. Miles Sanders' best runs came when he hit the hole and followed the lead blocker. Boston Scott's best runs came when he hit the hole and followed the lead blocker. Now, these guys got the ability to get to the outside and they're dangerous in the screen game as well. But at the end of the day, the Philadelphia Eagles need to, and I repeat, need to get a power back there. If you were to go get Leonard Fournette, hypothetically, if you go get Leonard Fournette, you're looking at having a championship team again. Because you will be able, you would have secured a running back that could salt away the clock. Listen, the Philadelphia Eagles were professionals at salting away the clock. We won a division by being able to salt away the clock. Church mode. When Miles Sanders should have scored, no, all we needed was a first down. We won a division by stuff like that. We had our success by stuff like that. Listen, man, you got to remember, before Lane Johnson got suspended in the 2016 season, Ryan Matthews was running the ball well. Carson Wentz was performing well. We were 3-0 until that happened. Our best football comes when we can consistently run the ball. Now, I'm not opposed to these scat backs and stuff like that. I said it time and time again. But if you were to pair Miles Sanders with a guy like Leonard Fournette, the offense would take new strides. I'm telling you, new strides. Miles Sanders has already showed that he could block, so he could play RB1 snaps. He could play in passing situations. Miles Sanders has stood up linebackers. You know what I mean? But have the Philadelphia Eagles failed so far with securing that second fiddle running back? Absolutely. Absolutely. I love Corey Clement. I love what he did for the franchise. But I'm going to be real. I wasn't a big fan of bringing him back. Now, hopefully something could happen. You know, a lot of people are talking about Michael Warren. A lot of people are talking about Elijah Holyfield. In my opinion, them dudes ain't proven. They're not proven. Corey Clement is not proven. Corey Clement is dangerous in the passing game. We need a power back. We need a LeGarrette Blount. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully somebody can materialize into that. But that's what we need. That's what we need to take place for us to get back to what we were. Carson Wentz's MVP season, you know, a lot of people don't like to talk about this, but we also, I think, had the #1 run game in the league. That takes pressure off your quarterback. A good, strong play action. When people are scared of the downhill bruiser, a good, strong play action. You know what I mean? We have, you know, our play action is we didn't run a lot of play action last year because it was ineffective, because at some points, Miles Sanders was doing too much dancing. He was a rookie, and we weren't running the ball effective. If you can't run the ball effective, you can't be effective with play action. Kirk Cousins earned his money off play action, man. Faking a Dalvin Cook, getting the whole defense to shift one way and standing back in a wide open pocket because everybody following Dalvin Cook and raising up and throwing the ball. Let me know what you guys think in the comments.